What's going on, true believers? Welcome to another episode of One Shot. I am your host, Mr. J. Decent week this week. Um, wasn't too bad, not too big on the wallet right now. But let's hop right into it. Starting with Venom, Lethal Protector number 2. This is following Eddie Brock, back kind of 90s era Eddie Brock. And these groups of people are out to take him out. And he's just fighting them off. I don't really know where the story's going so much with this one. It's only going to be a short series, I think maybe 4 issues. So I don't know if this is intending to do any more than tell a short story from his background. A lot of the characters, like these D level characters, are kind of dying off in this series. So and they have some, they could be really cool characters too, but they're just killing them off like they don't mean anything. They're not going to be involved in any more stories or something. And it is what it is, but I rather them try to make them better characters than to just waste them like that. A Town Called Terror, issue number 2. So in the first issue, we see that this surgeon is basically putting a body back together, and then this man is kidnapped and brought to this town. Turns out his father kind of has a way of coming back to life multiple times, and the son is kind of like estranged. He doesn't want anything to really do with this place or his father or family. He just wants to live his life. It seems like it's kind of it's not like the real world they're in. They're in like another horror style town. And he wants nothing to do with it, but his father's kind of bringing him back. He's the firstborn, he's the heir to the throne, but he's like, heir to what? If you can keep coming back, what's the point of having an heir? I just want to live my life. And he finds out that his mother's been kidnapped and his father wants him to find her. This series is actually pretty good so far. If you like horror, gore, this is a good book for you so far. I'm very interested to see where they take this one. The Blue Flame, issue number 8. So the Blue Flame has kind of left his court case to go to the ends of the earth. He thinks there's a power there that he might be able to use to wipe out the justices. So because he doesn't think he's doing that good of a job defending himself, and that they're going to destroy Earth essentially. So he's on the search for some more power. I like this book quite a bit. It's not your average superhero story, and there's a little something there that I'm confused of what's happening, because it's like he's on Earth, but at the same time he's in space, flying around. But what really gets me with this book is that there's a QR code at the beginning that takes you to a score that somebody's writing for this book. So like for each book there's a couple more songs that are written for it, and you can listen to the whole thing or download it in its entirety. Pretty cool. Just a little piano score. Nice. I listened to it while reading the book. It's quite nice. I kind of wish more books would do that. Slumber, issue number 3. So we're in the policeman's dream world. it's just nuts the things that they can do in the dream world. Like you can kill the dreamer, put on his skin and wear him like a skin suit. It's just insane the kind of characters that are there. But they have fallen into a trap, and the monster that they're looking for, they have found, sort of, I think. But man, I like this series quite a bit. It's definitely odd. They can do whatever they want basically with this because it's in the dream world. Just random weird characters showing up and odd things happening. I thought it was really, really interesting premise. King Spawn, issue number 10. So we were following Terry in this book more so. He's I don't know what he's doing. I can't remember from book to book because there's so many spawns out right now. But he was hunting down, it seemed like, demons or Spawn himself. But at the end of this book, we see Spawn kind of, he's transformed into what you see on the cover here. And he's trying to lay out his plan a little bit to Terry, what's going on. He's like, if things go the way I think they are, Terry, you're going to have to figure out a way to kill me in the end. But Terry's trying to tell him, don't bring back Wanda. Even if you can, don't do it. She wouldn't want it. I don't want it. Leave her where she's at because she will be better off. This series has been really good. It's been really slow, though. So each issue it just feels like one step as opposed to a nice walk. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's been okay. It's been a good series. Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 3. This book just keeps surprising me. I thought this one was going to be kind of childish, more lighthearted. Man, this one seems darker than most of the other stories that I've read. There's a scene in this one where someone's using magic to basically make Batman think that he's in hell and he's kind of freaking out down there. And I guess Superman's an atheist or something. I don't know. It's weird premises. But they're on the search for this demon, and he looks sweet. I don't know. They're sending out like the Robin and Supergirl back in time to talk to the last people that were able to defeat this demon. It's just I'm blown away by this one because I was not expecting anything amazing out of this book, and there it is. Shadow War Zone number 1. This is I thought this was going to be more of what is currently running, but this is more like 3 or 4 different stories. We get one that's when Talia al Ghul is a young girl, kind of her growing up period and whatnot. Just one with Robin rescuing people, kind of his mentality about things. It was okay. Nothing special. If you don't pick it up, you're not missing anything. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to really do with this. Nightwing 92. So Dick Grayson is opening his haven, and Blockbuster is there, and Blockbuster is trying to put a stop to it through use of force with his team, and Batgirl, I guess Oracle, you could say, and Dick Grayson are working to stop that. It was more of a honor style book with them erecting a statue of Alfred in the middle of the park that they created and whatnot. But I really do enjoy this series quite a bit. This one was kind of a lull book, but you can't have amazing books every week. And, it's been a good series. It's been really good. Spider-Punk, issue number 2. I did not know what to expect with Spider-Punk when I started reading it. And I'm quite impressed. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible story. And it's all the references, like the punk culture references that are in it. I came a little bit in from that era, so it's kind of cool seeing like Taskmaster dressed like the Misfits, like that. It's just a fun book. You just read it and you're like, yeah, that's cool. Is anything major gonna come from this? I doubt it, but it's a nice little short story. Silk, issue number 5. This is kind of wrapping up the arc with the Korean witch. She stole her life energy. She stole Silk's life energy, and Silk was like an old woman, and she's kind of learning to accept herself more and not try to be more than she is, and just to do the things that she enjoys doing, which is she really enjoys being Silk, no matter what her age or what has happened to her. That's what she really enjoys. Just her coming to a realization of the things she really wants to do in life. I thought it was a really good wrapping up of the story. I don't know if they're going to do any more with this series, but yeah, it was all right. Patch number 2. This is an action-filled book, so Wolverine's just like trying to claw his way through the jungle, trying to locate these other mutants. I think he might start teaming up with them to wipe out the Yakuza that's in the jungle. We'll see. I believe the woman, I can't remember her name, on the cover, her first issue was patch number 1. So we're getting to learn more about her character. She's just a very, very strong mutant who is living in a cave with 2 other mutants. One who can apparently shift the thermal imaging on cameras and things, or like block out thermal signatures. Yeah, I've been really enjoying Patch. I'm not usually a big X-Men guy, but when they're kind of on their own is where I like it a lot, not the team ups. Thor, issue 25. So Ghost Odin, or Ghost, how would you say that? Godin? He is fighting Bruce Banner inside of Bruce Banner's head, while the Hulk is kind of on autopilot fighting Thor outside. But Odin's starting to realize that there's something darker that is actually really in control. And I think in the next issue or 2 of the Banner Wars, we're going to find out what's inside Bruce Banner. What's inside Bruce Banner's head that's causing all of this. We did get the backstory finally on that incident. I think it was El Paso. What happened there? And it was something took over Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and it's like another personality, and wiped out a bunch of bikers at a bar. I thought this was really good. I've been enjoying the fight between Thor and the Hulk. There have been some really cool scenes where they like put them side by side like an old beat 'em up game. Really cool. And last on that on the pull list this week, Savage Avengers #1. I thought it was okay. That's all. It was just okay. I do enjoy seeing Cloak and Dagger again. I used to read the Maximum Carnage series when I was a child, and I really liked their characters quite a bit. And with Conan, now the licensing for him has been taken back by Tencent. I think he might be able to finish out this book, but after that, Marvel loses the Conan license again. So, is he even going to survive this book? We don't even know. But I don't know. The story's just okay. There was nothing super gripping about the first issue, except that in the last page, we are like warped into Conan's time. I don't know if it warped everybody there or just Conan, but if everybody's in Conan's time, that might be interesting. But book 1 didn't really cut it for me. And now some dollar bin dives I found here. The Creech, Out for Blood #1. He seems like a Image Comics version of Swamp Thing, just from the cover. I know nothing about this character, but I thought it looked really cool, so I picked it up. I found She-Hulk #7, and for $1 as well, pretty good condition. I almost bought this one online and would have paid way more for it, but for $1, I can't beat that. Fantastic Four 284, another She-Hulk appearance in the Fantastic Four universe. The Mighty Thor 433. This is the first time that, what's his name, Eric something, becomes Thor, I believe. And an ash can of Batman Grendel. I thought that was really cool. And issue #1 of Cable. I had bought one of these previously, and when they sent it to me on eBay, I also paid a little bit more for it. It came a little damaged, and I was kind of upset about it, but I found another copy in the dollar bin. I'm happy again. I'm happy. That is all I have for you today. I will be uploading another episode pretty soon. We're going to do an unboxing of what I've gotten in the mail, as well as a Comic Tom mystery mail call. So thanks for stopping by. Join us for that other special episode coming up real soon. If you liked what you saw, leave a like down below, leave a comment, share this with your friends, help me